October was the start of the allocation season. And let me tell you, I was able to get some great whiskeys, but I also had to pass on and missed on some wonderful whiskeys as well. So not only am I gonna let you know what they were, I'm also gonna let you know the prices and the location of where I found them, so you have a reference of how much I was willing to pay for them, and if you wanted to, where you can go buy it yourself. So let's go right now. Okay. Oh yeah. Welcome to Whiskmake. My name is David. Let's get straight to the bottles. First, the ones I passed on, or ones I decided not to buy for whatever reason. The first bottle I passed on, it's because of the price increase. It went from $60 to about $90 to now $100 in the past year or so. It's all because it shares the same mash bill as Blanton's and MSRP, or Buffalo Trace number 2. You know what that is? It's gonna be Hancock's Presence Reserve, coming in at $100. This one I found at Total Wine & More in Tustin. I have this, it's decent. I think for $30 it'll be an okay buy, but for $100 it was an easy pass. I mean, I fell for the same hype. I was like, wow, I finally found this. It's, I couldn't find Blanton's or definitely MSRP back then. And I was like, I want to try it. And I had it. Yeah, just short, thin. I mean, it gives you a little bit of cherry. It gives you a little bit of sweetness, but I would have the regular Buffalo Trace over this 9 out of 10 times. So at $100, easy pass. So the next bottle, it's getting great reviews. And I want to try it, but at this price point, I had to pass. It's gonna be the Woodinville 8-year, coming in at 100 proof at $135. This one again at Total Wine & More in Tustin. It's getting good reviews. Obviously, there's people who like the whiskey, but they kind of wrestle with the price point. And for me, I just haven't tried it. I want to try it before I buy it, because coming in at 8 years and 100 proof, $135 seems pretty expensive. And so before I invest that much money, just need to try it. And I haven't been able to. Maybe if I do, I'll regret passing on this, but for now, pass. The next bottle I passed on, it's a little too oaky, it's a little too thin, it's a little too expensive. It's gonna be the Elijah Craig 18-year-old, coming in at $170. This one at Total Wine & More at Newport Beach. There's a lot of people who like this bottle, but I tried it before, just not my jam. And for $170, it better be my jam. So pass. And the next bottle I passed up on, it's just because I just don't know enough about it. Everything they've done before, or at least along the same lineup, has been great. So maybe I should have got it, but I didn't even know it was coming out. So it kind of caught me off by surprise. It's gonna be the Redwood Empire Pipe Dream, the 101 proof, coming at $52, again at Total Wine & More in Tustin. It is right in between their regular and their cask strength. It is a 4-grain, and it does have a blend of sourced and their own whiskeys. So it does sound great, but I love their Pipe Dream regular and I love their Pipe Dream cask strength. So I should have maybe got this, but I just didn't know if it was, which way it was. Was it closer to the cask strength? Is it closer to regular? Try to find some reviews, couldn't really find any. So I passed up on it. Maybe I'll pick it up later. Maybe I should do a video, 101 versus cask strength, or the regular versus the 101 versus the cask strength, see which one is the best. But either way, passed up on it for now. So the next bottle I passed up on was actually a pretty easy pass on, because it's too expensive. And the last couple of releases from that brand have been subpar or mediocre at best. It's gonna be the George Remus Bay Roof Reserve, coming in at $190 at K&L Wines. I got it at their website, or I found it at their website. Man, George Remus, I mean, their last Pure Reserve 6 and 7 have been missed. I haven't tried their 8, but I actually am looking forward to it. And obviously their Gatsby Reserve come at 15 years for $250. Those, I mean, some people really like him, but man, most people agree it's not worth $250. And this one, it's a 6 and a 7-year blend, coming in at 111 proof for $190. I know it has a great name on it, but man, that seems like you're paying a lot for the trademark that they had to pay for to get the name on it. So it was an easy pass. Now, if the whiskey's great, maybe I'll consider it later, but it has to be super great for me to pay $190 plus tax. So it's a pass. And the next couple of bottles I passed on, I'm gonna go through pretty quickly because it is allocation season and these are some wonderful bottles that everyone wants, but they're just not enough. So liquor stores, unfortunately, they do upcharge a little, and so I had to pass up on all of them. So the first allocated bottle is gonna be the Old Forester 2024, the birthday bourbon, coming in around $800, and I saw it at a couple of places. I heard the 2024 is probably the best birthday bourbon in a couple of years, but at $800, I'm not gonna find out. And the next one is gonna be one of the most hyped bottles of October and maybe of all of 2024. It's gonna be the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye Whiskey. And this one I saw between $800 to all the way up to $1,300. Yeah, now I want to try it. I like rye. I love rye, and I really want to try the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye, but for these prices, can't do it. And the next one's gonna be the Booker's Reserve, and I saw it for about $300 to $400 in multiple places. It's one of the first special release Bookers in a while, and so a lot of people are hyped up for it. It's getting great reviews, but $300 to $400, gotta pass. And the last one I passed on is gonna be the Parker's Heritage 14-year-old malt whiskey. And this one came around $500 to $650, depending on where you found it. Again, multiple places. And I just can't do it. I mean, I believe the MSRP is pretty high. It's like $250, closer to $300. But at $500 or $650, 14-year-old malt whiskey, just gotta pass. So a lot of great allocated bottles, but you know what? Sometimes just gotta let it go. And hopefully I'll be able to find it close to MSRP or at least at a reasonable price. In the next category, the ones I missed on. The ones I wanted to buy, but was just too late. There's actually one bottle in here. It's gonna be the Barrel 20-year toasted single barrel coming in at $200. It's actually up on the Barrel Craft Spirits website. They sent an email saying, hey, it's gonna be released at this time and this date. And I think I was 2 minutes late and it was all gone. So I'm not a big fan of toasted, but I'm a big fan of Barrel. At 20 years toasted and it's being that dark, at least in the picture, sounds fantastic, but I was too slow, and so I missed it. In the next category, the ones I was able to get, or the ones I actually was able to purchase because it was the right price and I was there maybe at the right time. The first bottle was actually a gift. So I am lucky to be surrounded, or I've met some great people who love to share whiskey, and I share whiskey with them as well. But sometimes it's a bottle I can't find or I haven't been able to get, they gift them for me. So it's so awesome. First one is gonna be Maker's Mark, the Lost Recipe, the mocha version, coming in at, again, it was a gift, but I believe it was around $60 or $55 at Costco. So Dana, one of my Patreon members, went to Costco and lives in California area. And it's like, hey, I found this. Do you want one? I'm like, yes. I don't have a Costco membership. I don't go to Costco. And for some reason, I don't think it's a Costco exclusive, but it seems like it's only released in Costco so far. But so he went it, he found it, he got one for himself, and then he got one for me. And when I met him up, I was like, hey, what's the damage? I pay him, but he's like, no, it's all good, man. It's my gift for your channel. So I absolutely appreciate it, Dana. I will enjoy it. And I will also do a review. I just don't have an idea for it yet, but I will do one. So thank you again. And the next bottle is also a gift. And this person is very well known, there you go, for the generosity and just growing the whiskey community. We have shared many gifts. I have in return sent some gifts, but obviously I have received way more than I have sent. So I always feel bad, but what I always say, I don't decline free whiskey. I will always accept whiskey if somebody sends it, but I do sometimes feel bad. It's gonna be the Joseph Magnet Cigar Blend. I believe this is batch 267. And again, it was a gift from Dave Bogosay. You probably heard, if you're watching my channel, you probably heard his name a billion times from not only me, but from other channels as well. And so It's great. Not only did he send me this bottle, but he sent me some great samples as well. And so I don't know what to do because I want to send him something, but at the same time, he does have mostly everything. So what I decided to do was do a giveaway, a thank you giveaway to a Patreon member. So I believe this is a great time to kind of take a breath. And if you can please push that like button and subscribe, that would be wonderful. It absolutely helps this video to get it to more people so they could hopefully find a whiskey they want. And my Patreon YouTube members, thank you so much. And I mentioned before, I did a thank you giveaway drawing. Now, I have no idea who won because I'll be honest with you, I just thought of it while doing this video. I was like, hey, I received 2 gifts. It'd be great to pass that on because I'm pretty sure that's what Dave and Dana wanted to do. So this person, whoever it is, thank you so much for being a Patreon member. You're gonna get a 2-ounce sample of basically the Jack Daniel's package that I have. The Jack 10, the Jack 12, the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye, which is like 136 proof, and the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Bourbon or whiskey, depending on how you wanna call it. And that one is also pretty high proof, like 135 or 136. So you're gonna get 4 ounces of those 4 awesome whiskeys. Again, thank you to Dave, thank you to Dana, but also thank you to all my members for supporting me. And hopefully I can do more of this because I do need to pass it forward or pay it forward because I do receive some fantastic whiskeys. All right, so on to the bottles that I actually purchased. So this one was one of the most hyped bottles of 2023. And I wasn't able to get my hands on it until recently, which is kind of crazy. So I was so excited to get my hands on this at a really good price. It's gonna be Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2024 version coming at $150. This one at Total Wine & More in Brea. You know, I just visited Total Wine just because, you know, sometimes you just want to visit and say hi. I was in the area and what was on the shelf? This guy. Now, the cool thing is not like I went there in the morning. It was like 4 in the afternoon and it was still there. And I believe they had a couple. So that was amazing. And yeah, again, 2023 version, I wasn't able to get it till last month when I found it at duty free. So I didn't think I was going to be able to find this at a reasonable price because most places were selling it for about $300. And I missed on it when Cypress Crab sold it for $200. But I got it, so it's pretty cool. Now, I know this is very polarizing. A lot of people like it, don't like it, think it's too expensive, etc., but I love Maker's Mark. I loved 2023. I had a pour of this and I absolutely enjoy it. So if I see it again for the same price, I'll probably buy it back. And the next bottle was a lucky purchase. So I went there, it's on my way home. My wife likes a certain item from that grocery store. So I like to visit there because sometimes they have some allocated bottles. And well, that was my lucky day. It's gonna be the Michter's Barrel Strength Rye for $110. This one at Whole Foods in Irvine. Again, it's on my way home. And then I went in, just checked out the alcohol section, and they have like, next to the bar, they have like a little allocated, or I guess more of their premium section. And bam, it was sitting right there. So I was like, wow. So I asked, it didn't have a price tag. So I did ask how much it was, and $110. It's a great buy. So obviously I got it, and my wife was happy because I was able to get the item she absolutely enjoys. So double win, can't beat that. So the next 2 bottles I purchased was from the same place. But what they do sometimes is they post on Instagram to let you know what's the newest thing available. And I saw it, I was like, ooh, I need this, and I bought it. It's gonna be, first, the Rare Character TKO Straight Rye Whiskey coming in at 8 years, 4 months, 130.04 proof. And this one was $100. And the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C924 coming in at $66, both at high proof up in foliage. Again, post on their Instagram. It's great stuff. I did a quick research on the TKO barrels, and because of their high proof, and because the reason it's pink, actually, the cool thing is because it has a certain bubblegum distinct palate or taste that Pablo absolutely likes. And so, you know, I was like, I like Rare Character, bam, that's a purchase. And then of course, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, gotta get Yeah, I love all their Burrow proofs, especially at $66. Most places here sell it for 75, 74. This is the only place that sells it for the 60. So obviously, it was an easy buy. So both fantastic pours. I can't wait to open the rare character. And the next bottle I purchased, it's one of the most hyped up bottles of this allocated season. And so I finally found it at a reasonable price. So I got it. It's gonna be the Little Book, the Infinite #1, coming in at $220. This one again at Total Wine & More in Tustin. Again, the cool thing, it's not like I went there at open. I strolled by after work because it's on my way home, and bam, it's just sitting on the shelf at $220. I was hoping to find it for a little bit cheaper, $180, $190, but you know what? It's better than the $300 that I kept seeing previously in the month. So I was like, you know what? Just gotta do it. I know the reviews are mixed. Some people love him, some people don't like him, but I gotta find out for myself. So hopefully I'll do a review with a cool idea on a review. And the last bottle I was able to purchase, I was very lucky. It was a win from a Total Wine & More lottery. And it's one of my favorite bottles of 2024 and probably of the last couple of years. It's gonna be Rosa's Reserve 15-year-old, coming in at $310. This one at Total Wine & More in Brea. My only slight complaint would be the fact that if I had to win a lottery to have the opportunity to buy this, I wish they would have sold it for MSRP at around $250. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. I'm basically begging to be on the lottery and win one, and I got one of the bottles I absolutely wanted. So I did a review. Again, one of the best whiskeys I had the last 2 or 3 years for sure. It's absolutely the best. Probably have to go back and kind of rework it, but oh, it's definitely up there. So I'm happy I got this, and if I saw it for $310 anywhere else, I would have bought it. So again, it's a lot of money, but for one of these beauties, gotta do it. All right, so this is my 8-bottle whiskey haul for October 2024. Let me know what's the bottles that you passed on, or you missed on, or you purchased in October. And if you've opened any of them, which one's your favorite? Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.